My name is Stephan Reiling. I'm a senior scientist at the Novartis Institutes for Biomedical Research, which is the research arm of Novartis Pharmaceuticals. We created a large graph of all kinds of heterogeneous biological data, and we're combining this with the results of text mining that we're doing. And so we're munching all of this data together. It goes into this gigantic graph, and we're using it to better understand the biology and how we can use this knowledge about biology to come up with the next generation of medicines. It's really about cipher. So it became very easy to adopt it once the data was in there. And since we see this mostly as we don't use it in a transactional mode. This is for us, we put the data there and then we mine the data. And so being able to, you have a thought about what might be relevant, and you can then formulate it easily as a cipher query and get the results out. That for us is probably the killer feature with Neo4j. The connections that you're finding. So before we had, in biology there is a ton of data out there, and you have these incredible data sources, but there is this website, there is this website, and so on. And by really bringing this together, we can for the first time say, I want to find compounds that are similar to this compound, that have annotations about this disease. So this flexibility to basically just navigate all of these data sources that we couldn't do before, that is really cool. What we didn't do initially, and what is now really working very well for us, is that we didn't use the batch importer. So we used it as you started the server, you have your server process, and then you start loading the data into this. And since we're still exploring, so we have been using Neo4j since the beginning of the year, and we're still exploring how to do this. What we do quite a bit is we say, oh, we want to use this data source. That didn't quite work out. So for us, it's actually faster to then redo the database from the CSV files than issuing the delete statements to get the data out of there. So we wasted a little bit of time by not using the batch importer. For us, this is just the beginning. So we're getting initially some really good results, and probably we're going to test the scalability of Neo4j pretty soon. So we have right now 500 million relationships in the database, and we're probably going to easily triple this. If we load all the data that we're thinking about, we're going to go to more than 1 billion relationships, and then we'll see if it still performs the way that it does right now. We're very happy with the performance.